Now, before we get started, though, does anybody have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes, you in the front.
Yeah, me with the hand raise that you can't see. Let's pretend that the only reference I have for the plot of Doom is what you have forced me to know when we've gotten lunch together. And otherwise, I've never played a goddamn Doom game.
So what's your question?
What's Doom?
I don't have a whiteboard. So Doom.
MS Paint.
You right?
You
State of
said there were
America?
never. You said you did have a whiteboard.
I have a big ass whiteboard over here, but I don't want to take it off my wall.
MS Paint.
Hold on, that means I need to switch inputs. Give me a second. So Doom Guy. Doom Guy was. I'm gonna make his like little.
Why is he
Yes.
Doom Guy
Because he is, Jen.
was a Marine,
It's like sushi.
and that's his
What's the-
face, and
What's the name of that Nintendo game where he like rolls up the world?
that's Katamari.
Katamari.
Yeah, it looks like Katamari.
It's giving Katamari.
So Doom
Like,
Guy.
angry.
Circles are hard with a mouse. Doom Guy.
Spaced out
He
toad.
looks more sad than angry now, but Doom Guy was a Marine. And Doom Guy was like a blue-blooded American who decided that he was going to shoot his commanding officer because his commanding officer ordered him to open fire on a bunch of civilians.
So he's not an American Marine.
He's
Damn.
based.
They were
Don't
children.
leave that in.
So he decided that he's going to shoot his commanding officer, but rather than just give him a dishonorable discharge, they sent this guy with all of his rage for the American system to the fucking moon.
Where communism doesn't exist, as we've been told by Tim Curry.
Yeah, the only
Capitalism.
place that hasn't been
Oh, capitalism.
Corrupted by
Yeah.
capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism.
Spice. But this
Spice.
wasn't just
Spice.
any moon. This was a moon. How do I do the paint fill? Hold
No
on.
moon.
There's a bucket.
I'm like clicking the bucket. Why won't it?
but
let
it
me-
looks like it's grayed out.
Why have I?
Why?
Oh, the bucket's next to the brushes,
How do I?
next to the A.
Oh, there we go. So this wasn't just any moon.
That looks.
This was a Martian moon
Oh, it looks like a
Called-
cookie.
Space
called
moon.
Phobos.
Yeah, it looks like a
Phobos,
moldy
okay.
cookie.
Phobos.
Delete
Phobos.
Phobos. This is the real moon of Mars.
Oh,
And-
it's a real name.
Yeah, no,
not,
this is scientific.
okay.
So
Because that sounds like
All of this is real,
an onomatopoeia of
and you
like.
should be afraid of it.
Doom
Yeah.
Guy / Doom Marine.
Doom.
Does he canonically have a name, or is he just
No.
Doom Guy?
Yeah, his name's John Doom.
Well, he's a descendant of Billy Blazkowicz, isn't he?
Wait,
He-
John
or is
Doom,
that not
such
canon?
as
John Doom.
because another John comes to mind.
Go. How do you spell Blazkowicz?
It's like there's
Blas-
a Z in it.
Yeah, that
It
works.
starts with a B.
Yeah, that's close enough. Anyway, so he gets sent to the moon, and on the moon, there's these little guys, little freaky dudes, called demons.
So
Piglet?
Yes,
that's true. So wait a second. So in the world of Doom, demons are from Mars.
demons showed up on Mars because
You
a
should be
funny,
afraid of them.
a funny little
Yep.
company called the United Aerospace Coalition.
SpaceX.
I
Because
forget-
this
yeah.
is just sounding more like what Elon wanted to do. Just
Yes.
take him and his demons to Mars.
Yeah, so that space Nazi opened up a portal, and the portal. I'll do a quick.
Oh, the
little-
comments are gonna be
That
mad
explains-
about that one.
That explains the firing on civilians thing.
Yeah,
Oh my
So-
god.
yeah. He didn't want to work for Elon's Nazi regime, so they sent him to fucking space. And the demons came out of the space portal, which is what they were researching
portal?
on the moon because hell has free Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
I think that's a lightning bolt ish.
That's
Yeah,
really good.
that's what we want.
That's
right
the
there.
best thing you've drawn so far.
No, I like the portal too.
But that textbook check.
That was a
mark.
great
Yeah.
game.
So he goes to the moon as a security guard, some Five Nights at Freddy's type shit. And suddenly,
What is he securing? It's
The moon!
Mars. The entire rock.
he's securing the scientists
Doom
so that
Guy.
they don't float off into space when they get defunded.
Damn.
So he's over there protecting them, and suddenly there's demons. And this guy already is like, you know what? I only want to fire on bad guys. And little known fact, demons, kind of bad guys. So he
What?
starts going on a little bit of a rampage, killing demons and the possessed scientists on the moon of Phobos. All of this leads into a fun little, we'll call it a spat in
A
let's see,
space bet?
a space spat where he ends up going into the portal himself and arrives in hell.
Mars hell.
Mars
Woo!
hell. There we go. We got a little demon.
Again.
You're getting better
I
and
have
better.
I've never played Doom, so I thought for a minute you were just, pulling my tail that this is also a sci-fi thing.
You have a tail.
I thought that was my job.
I knew it.
You never noticed?
So
What do you think my right leg is?
he makes his way
What?
into hell and discovers, hey, hell has a lot of demons. Like at least 13 of them. And in hell, he decides, I'm just going to fucking kill all of them. Because now I'm in this portal, I'm in hell, I got no other choice other than to fight demons, because what else are you going to do in hell? It's kind of, boring for the undeceased. So he kills almost all of the demons, to the point where the demons actually, are afraid of John Blazkowicz Doom. Finally, he gets the ability to go home. Like, he's slaughtered enough demons that they're, in a healthy enough fear of him that he can come out through the portal, only to find the severed...
What did he find?
He found, when he arrived back home, that not only were the demons there, so these little guys... Nah. But he also found the head of his pet rabbit, Daisy, on a
And,
spike.
Now,
Not to be confused with
Daisy.
Daisy from the hit podcast Roll No Evil.
This was entirely what inspired Roll No Evil's Daisy.
so I have a follow-up question, teacher.
Yes.
After the loss of his beloved pet Daisy, did he then turn his name into John Wick? Because this is starting to just sound like John Wick. Just for a little context. Again, never
he's
played Doom.
gone. Yeah, he's gone.
But I once just said a joke when I heard about the Daisy thing that, oh, this is just John Wick. And Trav got so angry at me. He didn't talk to me for an entire day.
Yeah, I mean, he can't hear us.
Eh?
That means we
Left.
can talk shit. Oh no, he's back.
Doom's
How
just
many
okay.
times do I have to fucking say it? Doom came first.
I mean, I will say that I did my homework and I did make a list of similarities between Doom and John Wick.
Oh, look at me. I'm Jen. I can make lists. Shut up. Let me do the story. So,
Yeah, you could give me all the attitude. I made a simple little funny haha, and then you had to take a lap.
yeah, I ended up staying out there longer because the cats got scared at how quickly I exited my office, and I had to comfort them.
Aw.
Aw, the babies.
So he comes back to Earth, and like a true Christian male in America, does not give a shit that his wife and kids died, but they took it way too far when they killed his rabbit.
So his wife also died previously, much like John Wick's wife, who died before the events of the
Did
first
she
movie.
leave him the rabbit?
Well, the demons killed his wife.
Well,
Is this why you had a rabbit in season 1 of Roll No Evil?
This is exactly why I
Yeah.
had a rabbit in season 1.
Nice.
Named Daisy.
Named Daisy, which is also the name of John Wick's dog. I see where you're going with this, Jen. It's not
Mhm.
it's not
Wait,
incorrect.
Daisy was the name
but
of the dog?
Shut
Yeah,
the
it's
fuck
Daisy.
up. Don't encourage her.
John
didn't see
Wick
John Wick.
began. John
I
Wick
am
began
not.
with the death of a wife and then the murder of a pet named Daisy. And much like the Doom guy, John Wick also had a title and was feared by his enemies. So I'm just saying, I'm starting to see, the overlap.
So Daisy the rabbit, not a dog. Ha, that's not a similarity. Fuck you. Dies. And Doom Guy, he didn't like that because that was his favorite pet rabbit. So he went and took Daisy's gruesome severed head and made a keychain out of it and put it on his belt and decided, you know what? More demons gotta die. So
Now hold on. This is
That's
sounding a lot like
recycling.
Lollipop Chainsaw.
I'm not even gonna entertain
I
that.
applaud the attempt.
That one I
I was-
actually don't know the lore of. Like, we can edit that part out,
Me
but
either.
like I
just know
genuinely
there's a
don't
severed
know.
head on a belt.
Wait, so follow-up question. Did the enemies have a specific nickname for him?
Not yet.
But does he?
He will
And is
eventually.
he similar to Baba Yaga?
No, he's the Babadook, gay icon.
What?
Look it up, Netflix history.
Okay.
So this is basically the end of like the first Doom game. The second Doom game sees our mad lad over here. If I can, we're gonna use shapes. There we go. Perfect. And then
Damn, that's a good circle.
I know, right?
Good job, Travi.
It's like it's programmed.
That
or some
is
shit.
that is a good circle. Let's just take a minute for the circle.
And here is
Okay.
Africa, and
We're sending the minute.
I don't know.
Europe is up here, kind
Ooh.
of, and then
There,
boom.
yeah, that's
I want to hear more about not John Wick.
Oh no, this is important. So you would think like, okay, he's back on Earth. How bad could the demon invasion be? Well, I'll tell you right now, it's pretty fucking bad. Demons are everywhere. So
You should be
he's
scared of them.
oh no. The demons are stuck on Earth with him. It is the other way around.
Much like once the Russian mafia pissed off John Wick, and suddenly they're trapped in there with him.
Now I know what that kid felt like in Shark Boy and Lava Girl when it's just like, Mr. Electric, send her ass to the principal and have her expelled.
penis explosion chamber.
Send Jen to the penis explosion chamber.
Ah!
Oh no, my cock!
Where'd it go?
Hold on, I gotta eat bread. I'm angry.
I'll just say another thing while you're eating your bread. From my list of
the fuck was that?
That was
Did you
Jen's
s-
penis.
was my penis made out of titanium and,
And-
steel?
and
Like
rubble?
why?
Yes.
Was her penis
Yeah.
the second tower? What the fuck was that?
Why did
Oh
my
my
penis?
god.
Why did
None
my
of this
penis
can go
shatter?
in. This is I ruined it.
It can 100%
No.
go in.
No. You added lore. Why does my penis have shattered pieces?
That's
It's
what the PNR explosion
enhanced.
chamber do.
Yeah,
You touch
it
yourself.
solidifies and then breaks.
You got a Mr. Stud, I'm sorry to say.
You know what? Reclaiming my time.
No, I'm doing a cyberpunk
No.
lore video now.
Do not yield.
God fucking damn it. Jen, say what you were gonna say.
So, in my research, the Doom guy, when yes, my research at like 2 a.m. when I couldn't breathe out of my nose due
Yeah.
to ongoing health issues.
Yeah, I read subreddits too, but yeah, sure, go on.
um, the Doom guy when he dons like his killing suit, was it? It's like Praetor or something like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you didn't know any of the Doom lore and were relying on me to help you through it.
I just said I did research. Mostly all my
Yeah, it's
research is
Praetor
just
armor.
to piss you off. Yeah. It's buried, right?
It's what?
It's buried, right?
Not
It's
at this
buried
point
in
in
the
time.
basement that he's gonna use the sledgehammer
Okay.
to crack it open.
Okay.
You're
Because I was just
skipping
gonna
to the
say-
sequels.
Okay. I don't know where they go, but regardless, he's got a specialized suit, and at one point it gets buried, right?
Sure.
In the same way that John Wick buried his past by putting all the guns and weapons underneath the concrete floor of his garage that he also
Not-
must dig up.
Not at all the same.
Also, it wasn't his garage; it was his basement.
Yeah,
But
and
regardless,
I
it was
can
a
actually
digging up-
I can explain this though because it actually is different.
Okay.
but it doesn't come until like we get to this section on the other third of the page. So he comes back. Daisy's dead. This sends him into a blind fucking rage, during which he somehow kind of forgets how to talk. Like he is essentially a functioning mute at this point, but he goes back to Demon Earth and decides, you know what? One man, one way. 10,000 demons to kill. And he starts just slaughtering these fuckers because they didn't learn their lesson in hell, and apparently the free Wi-Fi didn't make its way back to Earth to like send the message. So he's just absolutely obliterating demons to the point where Earth is like finally okay. You know what? It's all right. And you think for a brief moment, roll the Snapcube footage where it's like, Martha, sweetie, I'm coming home. I'm back in the fucking building again. Because guess what happens? He ends up in a fucking portal again. And then he goes back to HE double hockey sticks. I don't know why I add an apostrophe. Heck. Heck.
Are you gonna censor hell every time you say it in the video?
Probably.
That'd be so funny.
So
Oh my
he ends up
God.
back in Heck. But this time, instead of accidentally being launched there through fucking moon space, he goes there willingly because he thinks if they're going to try to invade Earth every time I go anywhere else, I'm going to go and end this. And he decides to try to defeat Satan himself.
My God.
Satan. And then like a
You just
no,
doxed my license plate.
a no sign. So he decides that he's going to go and try to defeat Satan himself. But in order to get to Satan, you got to go through like way more demons. And because of reasons that totally make sense, there's a lot more demons back in hell at this point.
I would assume as such, as you know, that seems to be their home.
Yeah. But now you would think after he defeats Satan that he would just go back in the portal and go home and like maybe remarry, become the Pope or something. I don't fucking know. But
Doom Guy Pope, imagine.
Doom Guy says, well, actually, Doom Guy says nothing because he doesn't talk, but he says, fuck that, and decides, I'm just going to stay in hell and make hell my bitch. I'm gonna
Which was
make
a hostile takeover.
I'm just going to make like a little throne here. This is important. Is this worth it for the bit?
You're in control of this, my
Yeah,
friend.
you just do whatever you want. I'm vibing.
Yeah.
So he decides to go into a photorealistic
Yes.
There we go.
Continue.
There we go. With perspective.
forget the back.
I might add.
He
With
looks like
perspective, yeah.
he looks like he's on a toilet.
He's turbo
No,
shitting
let the
through
process
the
happen.
happen.
Let
Yeah, don't
art
forget the arm on
flourish.
The other side,
And
Why are you so into this specific drawing, Lundy?
yeah. No, I'm just really into how hard he's working. I'm just really proud of Travi.
Lunday's really into how hard Travi is.
yes.
I'm really into how hard Travi
Oh,
is.
I am erect. And this is this is essentially how Doom 2 ends, with him going back to hell and deciding, you know what, I'm just gonna go and slay demons for eternity because it's what I'm good at. The job market is shit, so we're just gonna stick with this. And during that process, a lot of shit happens. He gets kidnapped, kind of forced to be a gladiator. That's like where we're going to be playing today is essentially a prequel to the last two games. So this is us.
Like God of War?
Kind of. A little
Alright.
bit. I'm okay with that analogy because I like God of War. But he decides he's just going to go slay demons in hell. And at some point he comes crawling out and gets picked up by the Knight Sentinel. And I know what you're going to say. It's not the Order or the Coalition or whatever the fuck John Wick has.
But it's another organized group that fights against certain forces, correct?
It's like the hotel.
Yeah. They
You
meet
can
at
do
a
this for any hero's journey at this point.
Yeah, but not every hero's journey has identical pets named Daisy who are killed by the enemy, and really that's really where my main thesis is revolving around of, apart from just trying to see how much I can make that vein in your forehead pop out.
Which one? But before we get into the events of this game, we get into a prequel thing that happens, weirdly enough, in Doom Eternal, which is this section over here, where he becomes Jesus Christ.
Superstar?
Rightfully
No,
so.
Literal Jesus.
No, I mean, like, literally, the angels of this world put him into the divinity machine.
Okay.
I wish there
we
was a
just
cooler.
have
I
a
wish
quick-
there was a cooler name for it, but they just put him into the fucking like. Picture the Captain America like tube that they put him in, where it was like Chris
Yeah.
Hemsworth's face on a 13-year-old's body.
Evans. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, some
It
Chris.
doesn't matter. They're all Chris.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, one of the Chris's.
yeah, one of the Chris's ends up. I also just realized I drew the cross in perspective. That was kind of nice. There we go.
Look
Very-
at you.
Very important. I went to design school. But he gets turned into essentially Jesus Christ. He is semi-immortal, and I say semi only because he can be damaged, but nobody's been able to kill him yet.
He's just tanky. He's just eating the hits.
My man's is just a walking embodiment of hell yeah. Like if you ask
Emphasis on the hell.
if you ask like
yeah,
just a random 8-year-old boy of like, what do you think is fucking awesome? And it'd be like, oh, like guns and armor and a cape and giant robots. That's Doom Guy. So
Okay.
he becomes Jesus Christ. He's supposedly immortal. He has super strength. He basically does not need to sleep and just does what he does best, which is fight demons. Because when they found him, the only words that he could say were demons, rip, and tear.
Those are just the only words he knows.
Yep. Yeah, after killing demons for millennia, he came out a little fucked up. He got a little bit of Doom PTSD.
Okay. Since my research last night, I've gone with the headcanon that his helmet is quite big.
Yes.
I like
As
to
you can see.
imagine that it's a little too large for his head, so he just gets a concussion like constantly. From just
Yeah, that tracks.
slamming
Every
his
time he
head.
turns his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that
I
tracks.
I've just gone with the assumption that this man, if he can't take off the helmet because his head is just swelling so much from the constant concussions from inside.
Yeah, that could work. And basically a bunch of shit happens. He saves the world yet again. He defeats the Icon of Sin. And I'm not drawing all that shit because this bit has taken way too long to explain. Any questions now?
A
It's
couple,
all
but
here. It can't be clearer than this.
I'll be honest, I just turned away for a second. I like the big. I know that's supposed to be like us, but I like that there's just a big like US in a dome.
Yes.
Now I have more John Wick references, but I'm gonna wait until they pop up, so that way you're kind of distracted and can't yell at me as loud.
Fine. And then pew pew demons deaded. Done. Save. I'll include this in the future.
The pop quiz.
Yes, there will be a quiz on this. Doom
Now,
lore perfectly explained .png. So, Doom Guy got shoved into the divinity machine. He's now just a walking army of one, and that's where this game takes place. Good? Caught up?
All right.
What
Yeah.
if I just
Sure.